Hi, everyone. So, as you said, my name's Anna Castano. I've been in the social media world for the past 5 years. I started off in New York City, then went off to Philadelphia, Chicago, and now I'm back here in New Jersey, where I originally was raised. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how I can help you guys out and kind of just putting myself into the game in the South Jersey area.
Michael.
Hey, George. How you doing?
Go ahead.
Hey, Mr. Whitehead.
Hey, how you doing?
So, yeah, my background, working technology and education and nonprofit, with agencies. As I mentioned, Mr. Jackson, he's going to be speaking soon. Technology is right down in our lane. I've been doing technology for over 20 plus years. I'm a supervisor of technology at a school district in South Jersey. Anything going on in Atlantic City with technology, I'd love to be a part of and see, how I could bring my expertise or skill set or work ethic to the table to assist on that platform.
Wonderful.
Justin, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem. I'm Justin. I'm the CTO of Advanced Computer Solutions Group. Similar background as Mike. I've actually been in technology over about 28 years, been programming since I was 14 years old.
Wow.
And I just love technology. And so there's, Mike said, hey, I think there's a group that could use your expertise. And I said, hey, however I can help. So that's why I'm here. So use me however you can. If it can help other people, I'm all for it.
What's the name of your company, Justin?
Advanced Computer Solutions Group.
And
yeah. Our headquarters is right in Mount Laurel, New Jersey.
Yes, sir. Wonderful.
And I had the man of the hour.
Oh, no, I'm the minute man. But no, thank you. No, Anna. It's a real pleasure to meet everybody because of Society Page, the greatest newspaper in America, no question. And Jorge is just so wonderful. Mike Aponte, we've met before on the Zoom.
Yes.
And it's an honor to meet you and your associate Justin and Senorita Castano.
Got it.
Yes, wonderful. You have angel wings on. So my background, I used to work for the White House in the years before. I'm kind of an old guy. And I worked for President Reagan and President Bush for 12 years. I worked for Jack Kemp when he was a congressman. And a lot of those folks. Fast forward, I started a company called Millennium Technologies. And for 20 plus years, we managed all the phone systems for the city of Baltimore and the police department and stuff like that. As I saw what was going on in the future and taking the advice of my son, who's much smarter than me, he said, Dad, you need to learn about the Internet of Things. And I'm like, well, what is the Internet of Things? So he started talking to me about it a little bit. And then he came back to me and said, Dad, now that you read about the Internet of Things, you need to learn what cybersecurity is. And this was over 7 years ago. And so then I got with a Navy SEAL, a friend of mine named Captain Tim Holden. He served about a lot of time, and he retired as a captain for the Navy SEALs. And he did a lot of special projects for our country. He retired, had 5 daughters who he had never had a chance to really spend time with while he was on secret missions. And after he retired, he became our partner in one of the businesses we have. And he was riding his bike on Massachusetts Avenue in DC, and somebody ran over and killed him. So, but while he was alive, Captain Holden and I, we started an initiative called the RX-5 Cybersecurity Workforce Training Initiative. And the RX-5 stands for Admiral Hyman Rickover, who was as we know, the creator of all the nuclear submarine fleet. And the X5 is how many of the different focuses that we're going to provide workforce training for cyber with a program that is run out of UMBC, and a lot of Department of Defense folks and NSA folks get their cybersecurity certifications at UMBC. And since we have a unique program that we started with them, we said, listen, let's take this cybersecurity initiative to Atlantic City. and create America's first cyber triangle, because I wanted to kind of duplicate the model that they used in San Francisco with the Silicon Valley, but not Silicon. This is cyber, artificial intelligence, big data, etc. So we started trying to focus on having this area, and I ran for mayor twice up here. My whole platform when I ran for mayor was, let's turn Atlantic City into America's cyber triangle. We can bring about several $1 billion of investment here. We can create thousands of new jobs, and we could bring companies here like Lockheed Martin, McDonnell Douglas, the NSA, the CIA. We could bring the defense industry here to where we become the new ocean Pentagon of America. Not the Silicon Valley, but the ocean Pentagon, because Steve Wynn said, I don't know why these people can't get it in Atlantic City. You got the ocean at your doorstep. Okay. Who at the Pentagon wouldn't love to be working on cybersecurity projects overlooking the ocean? Okay. So with that said, we started focusing on getting some old property and repurposing the property and turn it into these unique properties, which will also may in the future include some SCIFs. So we were trying to identify the property. We had an Opportunity Zone Summit last February, 2 Februaries ago, because the White House asked me to put together this Opportunity Zone initiative for Afro-Latin economic development, joint ventures, blah, blah, blah. So we had the summit in February. Then March, COVID hits. So when COVID hits, I get a call from somebody at the White House, and that's what I've always done. I've always been the guy that somebody at the White House calls, whether it's Republicans or Democrats, to fix a problem. Like when they had Rebuild LA and after the Rodney King riots, President called me up, talked to him in 2 days. He gave me $250 million to invest in the community, which was not taxpayers' dollars. So I'm the guy you call when you got a special project you need to get done quickly. So I get a call in March, Jimmy, there's a high level sensitive project going on right now where we've asked the technology companies to try to figure out how we can quickly address this COVID pandemic with a data-driven solutions. So Dell and Intel got together with a company called Iabra out of the UK, and they were working on a device using artificial intelligence that could detect COVID, negative or positive, in less than 5 minutes. That's what they were working on at first. And we said, man, we could pull this out together using artificial intelligence, no chemicals, no swabs. No, that one did have a swab, but you could put the swab in the device right there and get the information in less than 5 minutes. And actually it was less than 1 minute, but to be on the safe side, we say 5. So, but it wasn't working well because if you had too many moving parts, and if you moved it, shipped it from the UK over here, and as often the calibration doesn't work, it doesn't work. So they go back to the drawing board, still a very highly classified project. Then they call me up, Dale called me, because we got a Navy SEAL at Dale, Brendan Rogers, who's the CFO, dear friend of mine, and he introduced me to Captain Holden. The Dale people said, Jimmy, we want Millennium. While we figure out how to make this device work, we want Millennium to stay focused on data, collecting data, because Millennium had already said we're going to focus on the underserved community of America, you know, the territories of America, like the U.S. Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, and urban and rural areas that's not getting any real support. And I said, if we can get that set up as a pilot first in 11 states, and we start doing contact tracing calls to start collecting data from contact tracing calls, that's the first tier of data we're collecting. I say, secondly, once the device is perfected and we're doing these rapid tests, then we can start collecting data from the test. And I said, and then when the vaccine comes out, then we can start helping monitor and collect data from the vaccine as well. So now we got 3 channels of data coming into what we call the Phoenix Cloud, because that's what the name of this project is, the RX5 Phoenix Cloud. And we got this data. So now Dell and Intel and now IBM Gordon Group or something and another Microsoft, a couple of others They said, look, we want to be a part of this thing that you guys are developing in Atlantic City. So now I said, okay, what we need now, we need to have an official partnership with the government, with the federal government, because we get official partnership put in place that allows the government to expedite purchase orders, blah, blah, blah. So working with God and country, we go and we get the federal government to anoint us or designate us as what's called an Envision Center at a HUD. It's a designation from the federal government. And with this designation, we are automatically partners with all of the government agencies, including the strategic agencies and the Department of Defense, right? So now we're starting to create this pathway in Atlantic City where we can use technology to start leveraging some government resources up here to create the mustard seed for this cyber triangle, right? Ben Carson comes up here because I started a little small call center to get started doing some commercial-based telephone call, like telemarketing, where I've already got 20 people in there working, and all 20 of those people have already taken the Johns Hopkins contact tracing certification. Both is bilingual. I have both folks that speak English, and I have some people also certified to speak Spanish, right? So we can have a bilingual approach to data collection. And not just data collection, but data consolidation as well, which is important. Anyway, so now we have this platform with a legal, ethical, transparent platform to do business with the government. And the first call I get is from GSA, which we all know they the boss in the federal level. So GSA says, Jimmy, this idea that you guys have about collecting data for COVID is marvelous. And they said, right now, GSA, we don't have a partnership with all of the government agencies, you know, just piecemealing, like they need something or they need something. They said, we would love if we could give you a grant into your Phoenix initiative from GSA. And then we also assign a GSA executive to work hand in hand with you so that from there, we can help any government agencies with their purchases, working directly with you. I said, yeah. So GSA is kicking us off with our first grant from GSA for over $500,000, right? Plus, and that's just the first phase, because they're gonna earmark $3 million for us to work with, right? So now we got funding from that. We got some other investment coming in. We got some other CARES Act funds lined up. We got some HHS funds lined up for the data component of Phoenix. And we have a building to expand into. And the building is somebody who's always been, I've looked up to, Mr. Steve Wynn. He started the Golden Nugget Casino here. And we actually are occupying the garage that was the Golden Nuggets executive office suite. That's where he used to have the casino's telemarketing set up, right? So we already set up to hire 300 contact tracing call people. In one section, it's 30,000 square feet. And the other thing, the windows are overlooking the ocean, okay, which Dale is excited about. So now you have parking space, because it's in a parking garage. On the 9th floor, you have 3 sections primarily, 10,000 square foot each, where 10,000 square feet is going to be a call center. All this is going to be COVID-19 standard operating procedure fixtures too, all the FF&E. So you got 10,000 square feet devoted to the contact tracing call center, as well as maybe got some call center stuff you're doing for Amazon in there. Then you got 10,000 square feet that's dedicated to the actual Phoenix cloud, which would be some of those Dell servers with the blinking lights and everything. And then we're gonna have like a 5,000 square foot space in there for a cybersecurity workforce training, as well as like, they used to have those things called TED Talks, where we're gonna have what we call Rickover Talks, where we discuss cybersecurity and quantum physics technology stuff. And then you got one section, 10,000 square feet, which is gonna be called the Artificial Intelligence Doctor. And that's where we actually gonna have artificial robotic medical stuff going on. Even when you walk in the front door, there's gonna be a robot lady sitting at the front desk. Her face is gonna look just like Holly Berry, and she's gonna be sitting at the front desk. And when you come to the office, she's gonna say, well, good afternoon. Could you take one of these little iPods off the rack and fill out your insurance information? You say yes, you put it back, and then she says, well, thank you very much, Miss Castano, could you please, Miss Castano, could you please have a seat? I'll call you when the doctor's ready. You will sit down, the robot will look at you and say, Miss Castano, Dr. Nahas to see you now. Please go back to room 113. So it's gonna be a fully robotic, automated health center. So with that said, we have this opportunity to convert some former Steve Wynn's property into this new cybersecurity big data center that's going to help uncloak COVID in America. And with that, I'll turn it over to any questions you guys might have.
Anna, do you have any questions?
No, actually, I think you explained a lot of stuff that I don't know about. I think, what is the process? Like, how many years do you think, or months, until it's fully functional?
I think that we actually started to build out in April. We actually started hiring people we already got people trained, but we'll start hiring the first cohort of the 300 employees the last week of April. Michael Dell stated that he believes that we do the right things with this opportunity. Over the next 2 years, this opportunity would generate $1 billion of revenue.
Oh, great. And will this be available, like all this information, will South Jersey know about it, or it's going to be very under the radar? What
I'll do, we'll send you an article that was in the press of Atlantic City just last week, and it was talking about, it said, Envision Center making use of Wynn's old office. And there's a story in there when Jorge and the mayor and us, we did a walkthrough of the office, the office space, but they got a story that was in, March 4th was the actual story. It was Envision Center making use of Wynn's office, old office. So the Wall Street Journal 2 weeks ago printed a story, and they were talking about how the cost of housing is starting to go up in Atlantic City because the cybersecurity industry is looking at moving into Atlantic City. For the first time in 7 years, the lieutenant governor and the governor are talking about how cybersecurity could bring new jobs to Atlantic City, the RX-5 program. So I think that the speed that is going to happen is over the next 60 days, you're going to see jobs actually being fulfilled.
That's cool.
1 second, Anna. Because he showed just a little paper right there. Don't forget, my paper coming tomorrow, and I have something about you in that paper too.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
That's great. It's wonderful that you saw Atlantic City that way, because maybe a year ago I went to Chicago, and I took a water taxi, and I said to myself, this is literally what Atlantic City looks like. There's water. How is that Chicago started this 70, 80 years ago, and how beautiful it looks? I said, why can't Atlantic City do that? We're on the water. And I said to people, I said, oh my God, start investing in Atlantic City, because somebody's going to catch it. And next thing you know, you're going to have high rises. People are going to spend thousands and thousands of dollars, and it will look just like Chicago. It really will.
Jorge, with Miss Castano?
Yes.
Castaño.
Okay, so what does she work as, a consultant, or she's a subcontractor to Society Page?
I want to make her the bigger over here in the Society Page.
Okay, this is what I'm thinking, and I'm prepared to write a check for this. One project that I just got off the phone with discussing, and I'll tell y'all, my partner is a lady named Lauren McDonald, one of my partners, and I got a couple of generals and admirals as partners, but Lauren is a lady who, and I want y'all to take this the wrong way when I explain her background. In the 1700s, her family was the second largest cotton plantation in Arkansas, right? In the 1700s. Fast forward, Lauren is that woman that Martin Luther King Jr. used to say that one day in America, the grandchildren of former slaves and the grandchildren of former slave owners will work together in harmony, right? And so Lauren, her father gave Sam Walton the first piece of land to open the first Walmart on in Bentonville. And then she was the chief of staff for Governor Huckabee when he was governor. Then she was the IG at Department of Commerce when Daddy Bush was president. And Daddy Bush put Lauren together with me he told her to always protect me, right? Because one thing she knows about is the law. She's a lawyer, and she's loyal, and she's an honorable person. The bottom line is, Lauren and I just got off the phone with the chairwoman of Atlantic City's Art Commission. You know, Joan, I think his name is Joan. I'll get it to you, Pedro. Jorge. Joyce Hagan. She's the chairwoman of the Arts Committee, because some of the funding we're getting ready to get from CRETA for our project, we want to include the arts being a part of our initiative, right? And what we want to do with the arts is a dream I always had after I had met with and was the guest of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos bin Saeed Al Saeed, who's the former Sultan of the Sultanate of Oman. He passed away, I think, last year. But His Majesty always wanted to receive a global, what do you call it? What's the medal honor? What's the thing? The Nobel Peace Prize. He always wanted the Nobel Peace Prize because he was always talking about global peace. He needs to promote global peace, right? So listening to him, I always had this vision that what if we created a technology project using cyber? You know, cyber is computers. And we started a contest from Atlantic City, and we wanted to challenge all the children in the world to give us what their interpretation in art is of the word peace, right? For example, some kids in the Middle East, their idea of peace may be flowers falling from the sky instead of bombs falling from the sky, right? Maybe some little kid down in the inner city community, their idea of peace is that their mother is not on drugs, and some drug pusher is not abusing these little kids, right? Excuse me, I'm getting a little emotional because a lot of people don't really know the horror stories of what some of these little kids are going through during COVID. Okay, so the point I'm making, without being a big crybaby, is we can take art and technology, and we can create an art project in Atlantic City, like the Phoenix Art Project, or the Connecting the World Through Love Project, or something. But the word peace, we just want every kid in the world to paint something for the word peace. Now, here's the kicker. My daughter, if you Google this artist's name, FebruaryJames.com, it's 2 words, month February and James.com. Nobody supposed to know, because I'm not supposed to tell people, but that's my daughter, right? I'm supposed to be the dad that don't know. She's an artist that started painting pictures when her mother died, and she found her mother passed away, and she was inspired, and to start painting pictures. Before that, she was the makeup artist for Vivica Fox for like 5 years. So Chris started painting pictures, and people started buying her art. And some of the first people that purchased some of her pictures was like Beyonce, Solange, and Alicia Keys. And then other people started buying art. Now her art is so extraordinary around the world that it's on display in France and Milan and Italy, and she makes a living painting pictures. I'm like, how can somebody do this? They just make a living painting pictures. Well, if we bring her into it, it's gonna bring a lot of celebrity into it. I think if we bring Puerto Rico into it, if we bring Middle East into it, if we bring some of the embassies from DC into it, if we start this global arts project with kids, it's going to help bring more focus on Atlantic City using technology in this new world order that we live in to still be able to bring some normality to people's life with art. So Anna, the point I'm making, between you and Jorge, I want to introduce you to Lauren McDonald so that we can kick off this arts initiative with social media the right way, which I don't know how to do. And maybe that's why God had you on this call today. And we could kick off this Atlantic City Arts program that you and Jorge and I could talk about later, okay?
That sounds beautiful.
Yeah,
great idea. It's breathtaking, the view that you have on it.
Mr. Whitehead is unbelievable. And when Anna talking about, you're talking about definition of peace, flowers, and then you're talking about drugs. Remember, it's abuse kids, you know, and a lot of stuff happened. You know, people get crazy, frustrated inside the house. Okay, let's go back to the basis. Michael Aponte, I want to put you in the list right now. How can Michael Aponte will help this man right there, Mr. James Whitehead, the man of the hour? How can you do this? How can you help you and Justin? You know, just coming on and
Absolutely.
Help us out. Help us out. Help us out.
Yeah, so I'll start off by saying, Mr. Whitehead, the vision you have for Atlantic City with the technology. Like I said, I have a passion for technology, so that's right down my lane. When I worked on your website project a couple years back, and I think it was Steven Jackson, I believe. He had that article about the cybersecurity zone, and I knew, at some point I was like, I got to get in touch with Mr. Whitehead once it start gaining traction. So I just have a major passion for technology, familiar with everything from the ground up on the technology aspect. And I know I can be an asset. And Justin is just amazing. That's right down his lane, cybersecurity, outstanding engineer, and I'll let him speak on that. But I know we could bring a lot to the table with our resources and our background and our work ethic and our skill sets, to help, see everything through and be a part of it.
I can echo a little bit what Michael said. This man, everything that I know, I want to tell you this one. Everything that I know and that I have right here is because this man is the first guy that introduced me to graphic designs and website designs. Actually, the first flyer he created for a big artist that I bring for Venezuela, Los Villos Caracas Boy. It cost me like almost, I'm sorry for my language, almost $30,000 to bring that band to Atlantic City. And this guy make the flyer. And, I'll make a little money, sometimes, because you bring artists to the, people coming and see it. But this guy, as soon as I saw the flyer, I said, oh my God, can you teach me how you do that? Because I was bringing a lot of artists and I don't want to pay everybody. No, this guy, no, I'm going to teach you, I'll help you. And look at right now, everything basically that I know is because this man, I can give it, good. I love this guy.
Appreciate it, George.
So you build websites?
Oh, this guy is an unbelievable.
Yeah. Web design, servers, hosting. Justin, like I said, he has a huge background hosting, networking, cybersecurity. We can do anything and everything you could think of and dream of, and definitely.
Well, let me ask you this. I got a website thing with GoDaddy, right? Because I don't want to have no more websites developed by somebody when I want to make a change, I can't just get right to it.
No. You say, wait, this is the man.
Right. So if you could go into my GoDaddy thing and develop a website, I need to get a website developed for the Envision Center, right? Which is the platform for all this. So right now, we got Miss Castano, and Aponte. We got a deal to talk about moving forward with. So Ponte, if you could send me your website to show some of your work.
I got you. Okay. And Justin, okay, let's go. It's your turn, man, to impress Mr. Whitehead. Light it up.
Nah, I'm just laid back and easy going. But, like Mike said, I've literally been doing technology my entire life. So whatever you need from us is if it's helping you lay out the entire building, the architecture. Obviously, we're doing cybersecurity. We want to design it properly from the gate. So we can help with that, and we have a lot of industry contacts. We're almost a national partner with Fortinet, who's a leader in cybersecurity, obviously. So we can work with them and see if they can help us with the initiative. But just bring us where you need us. That's how I look at it. You just tell us what you need, and if it's something that we don't do, I'm sure we know somebody that does. But our team pretty much tackles the whole gamut. So, just let us know how we can help you reach the goal that you're trying to.
I'm sorry, Mr. Whitehead. Can we? Is it possible to later, maybe in a couple of weeks, we going over there and tour the site? Over there. I cannot hear.
Okay, we can do that, but let me tell you something. I forgot to tell you all about the most important, most exciting thing of the day. I forgot to.
Go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Don't let us ask like that. Go ahead. Go get it.
Let me see, where is it at? I'm going to show you what's going to blow your mind.
That's what we need. Michael, I love you, my friend.
Hey,
Justin,
love you, George.
Justin, I don't have the opportunity to meet you. You know, let's go get together. Listen, I want to put together like a little dinner series coming soon. The Whitehead came over there a couple of times. I need you guys to come over. You know, actually, I charge you between $50 to $100 to people to get it. You know, because I invited people like Aponte. Remember, we went over there, and but you know, this one is a nice dinner with Pinot Grigio, and everybody can talking about, and then we can know personal. You know,
I'll just print one page. I'll show you. I get it right here. No, I'm gonna show. Hold on 1 second. Don't go anywhere. This is gonna blow your mind. Don't go nowhere, y'all. Hold on.
Okay, go ahead. Go shoot.
Let's
see. Mr. Whitehead, I think so you can share your screen too.
Okay. Well, you know I'm not that sophisticated.
Excuse me, hello. Excuse me, hello.
Let's see. This is gonna blow your mind. I promise you. It's worth the wait.
Let's go get a drink.
Okay, I got it here. One day, you and Miss Castana will teach me how to do all those share your page and stuff. So let me get this.
We cannot teach you because
anytime.
No. We cannot teach you. We gotta get paid for it. Stop paying.
I know.
Hey, listen. My father used to say, "If you good in something, never do it for free." You know that. Stop playing. Stop playing. Listen, Ms. Castaño, please don't speak about money right now with Mr. Whitehead.
Yes, I'm not talking about you. You boss.
Money, the money part, leave it to me of Michael Aponte. Oh, Justin too.
You know, they say if you do the right things, the money will come.
Oh, of course. Listen. Mr. Whitehead, if I tell you my story, forget about it. And Michael know my story, but you know.
Now I can tell you that Justin and Aponte, you're going to really appreciate what I'm getting ready to put on you. Miss Castano, you're going to be helping us get this out on social media in the future. And Society Page is going to be the lead story about this sensational thing that I'm going to share with you guys. It hasn't been shown to too many people at all. So remember what I was telling you about the 3 data streams, the contact tracing calls, testing, which was still in development, and monitoring the vaccinations, the WARP. Okay, so the other testing machine didn't work. So then these boys go back behind the door again, and there's some scientists from NASA, NSA, and Secret Service. I didn't know Secret Service had scientists. Anyway, they were in Hawaii and they were working together. And for the past 15 or 20 years or so, America, we've been shooting a beam of light out into the galaxy, right? And with this beam of light, we're able to detect what the chemical compound of the soil is on Mars, or if a star over in light years away has changed temperature or something with a beam of light, right? So these scientists are sitting around and they were part of this whole confidential project that the government was doing. And they said, look, we got an idea. And the dude said, well, what's the idea? He said, well, we could shoot a beam of light all the way to Mars and tell you what kind of chemicals are in the dirt. Why can't we shoot a beam of light 4 feet away and tell you if somebody has COVID positive or negative? You know, if we that smart, we could shoot something up to Mars. Why can't we just shoot something at somebody 4 feet away? Voila. I'm going to show you, this is called the flash, that little round thing that's on the tripod. This is the first time anybody, this is the second time anybody's seeing this. This flash, and let me tell you what it is. Those 3 little holes. But it is, these scientists went away. and they use what they call quantum physics technology. And I like it when I say that word because it makes you sound like you're intelligent. Even if you're not, you don't be smart. You say, oh, quantum technology. Oh, he's smart. No, I'm not. No, it took me 2 weeks to be able to say.
It sounds wonderful to me.
Thank you, Queen. Thank you, Queen.
Oh, come on. No, listen. You're the only lady. Don't give it up.
Right. So the way it works, we're using artificial intelligence. Then one of these holes is a camera. One of the holes is a flash. And one of the holes is something else, right? And just like when you take a picture, click. In that amount of time, about 5 to 10 seconds, we can tell you 98% accuracy whether you have COVID or not. Now, understand the ramifications of this. When stadiums and I got a call from this band called Chicago the other day. They said they're trying to organize a concert in the near future. Just imagine if you have the flash at the ticket counter. And if you get flashed and you're negative, you can't buy a ticket. You get flashed, you can if you're negative, but if you're positive, they said, no, you have to go and get yourself checked out, right? But it needs to be, the fastest screen test ever introduced in the history of mankind using artificial intelligence, already FDA pre-approved with our emergency utilization thing. And just think about when we testing throughout America with this, plat, 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 plat. There's flashes going all over America, right? Walmart, our partner, Walgreens, our partner, hospitals, etc. Well, all that data is coming back. And just imagine how much data that is that you're receiving all those tests back every day. That's why they call it quantum physics. You know what I mean? They're calling it now 6G technology. Now here we have an opportunity to be the platform for this 6G technology in Atlantic City. And I told the scientists, I said, I want to go a step further. Not only do we want to create jobs in terms of how to operate this, we also want you to manufacture this right here in Atlantic City. So we can create some technology manufacturing jobs. And they said, but Jimmy, you're the one that has access to the capital. I guess we have to do it. I said, I guess you do. So if God bless us, and we can create flash data jobs, and we create flash manufacturing jobs in Atlantic City, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We have started to transform the economic paradigm of Atlantic City from casinos to cybersecurity industry, etc. Flash.
It's incredible. Beautiful.
I just want to clap because that was beautiful.
Great job. Awesome.
Wow.
Justin, you're the man that don't speak too much.
Thank you for that, James. That is absolutely, I almost want to cry. Atlantic City has a leg to stand on.
You're welcome. But you want to help us get it out to the world.
We will.
Yeah, definitely excited about this technology, you know, that you have and the developments there, and definitely looking forward to, you know, being a part of it and see how I can be an asset to bring those things to fruition.
Jorge, we should discuss how we could form a strategic partnership here with this team in terms of going forward, because the amazing thing, on the 15th, which is Monday, we have a Zoom call with the scientist named Dan O'Connell, who invented this. He lives in Hawaii, where the lab is at. And the irony is, not only is he from New Jersey, but he graduated from the Stevens Institute of Technology in New Jersey. So I'm going to have the Zoom thing with him in the Zoom, in the flash device here in New Jersey this month. And we're going to do an event from Stevens Technology Institute where he graduated, his alumni. He's 54 now, but it's going to be fascinating that somebody from New Jersey that was educated in the New Jersey Institute was a scientist that created this thing. That way, Phil Murphy, Sheila Oliver, all those folks will say, look, let's put a grant down there for several $1 million for them to do ABCD, you know, forget about it.
Mr. Whitehead, one more thing. Remember, Michael and Justin is from New Jersey too. We got to give it some jobs to them.
Yes. Okay.
Hello. And Anna. And
Anna. Anna, where are you from originally?
Be honest.
I'm Colombian, actually, 100% Colombian.
Wonderful.
Listen,
Okay.
and I'm 101% Colombian.
Wonderful.
I'm also bilingual.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
You do a lot of our stuff. That's wonderful because I like whatever I do, whether it's a press release or a media post, I want to be in a position to do it both in English and Spanish always.
Oh, 100%. I agree with you.
Now you got one.
Wonderful.
Let's go do this one. What is your impression, Michael and Justin's and Anna, about the presentation that Mr. Whitehead did? If you guys can, what you guys can put something together for Mr. Whitehead, you know, to everything go up. Michael.
Yeah, based off the information, definitely like to see how we can get involved with some of the groundbreaking opportunities, really from the ground up in technology, the server rooms and all the technology there, working with the architect and the designers. We can definitely be an asset, working with Dell, in your various partnerships. We can definitely be an asset to communicate with those folks and work with you and keep you informed about the projects. If there's some way we can fit in to that or work with your other team members, I know we could definitely fit in there. Bringing in internet pipes, lining up the various firewalls that are needed, the technology for the desktops and resources, and securing everything with multi-factor authentication for the staff members for email and basic resources. So we can, like I said, we're familiar with all layers of technology, and definitely the project interests us because it's close to home, and being with our passion in technology and our background and seeing something happen that's positive in Atlantic City other than casinos is just a huge milestone.
Do you guys know Dr. Pedro Santana?
I'm not familiar.
I don't personally.
They don't know personal, but Mr. Whitehead, I want to put something together, a special dinner that I used to do that, and then we want to bring all everybody together, and then we can.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about, Jorge. This is what I was thinking about, because that's the only one person I would say we have to bring to this group, and he was the former, yeah. But Pedro Santana is the one person I would want to bring to this group. But then I was listening to you guys talk. And I was saying, listen, you know what? I've been telling people that it hasn't happened yet, but see, Jorge made it happen. Since the initiative that we have is called the Phoenix, in terms of the COVID-19 project, let's just say, for a lack of a title right now, we refer to this group as the Phoenix. Let's see, I'm trying to use the word Latin. You think about this for a while. We got a assignment for Anna. Anna, this is what I want to do. I want to figure out how to say the Latin Phoenix COVID-19 task force or team, or I don't know, whatever we would be. Like say, Justin, you.
Justin, listen, Mr. Whitehead, just put a you favor group.
Yeah. This is going to be my Latin technology team. That way, any funds that we have, particularly focused on Latin multicultural communities, not just here, but also with our partners in Harlem, Spanish Harlem, New York, where they have the Envision Center there, as well as what we do in Puerto Rico and Texas, etc. This will be the Latin
technology team. Don't forget to put it right there. You favor
technology team. Yes, technology.
I'll find some good words and.
Yeah, you figure it out. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, thank you, Anna. Take over right there. Anna, please. Yes.
That's what I love about women. When women see men try to think about something, women say, look, don't think about it. I'll figure it out. Don't even worry about it.
Listen, and the board that I belong, every time a girl speak, I say, okay.
That's it.
Okay, Anna, you figured out something. Okay?
Yeah, fabulous.
I'll wow you. I got it.
Justin, what's my question? About, I think Justin and Michael is doing the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like. I don't want to make this one so big and long. No. I like to close this one. Mr. Whitehead always use something like this. Come on, let's start and finish this one with a word of wisdom. Go ahead, Mr. Whitehead. Just, direct everybody.
No, I would just say let's rendezvous with the idea next week. I'm ready to, we could do this. And the timing is apropos because everything else is already being mobilized. So once Jorge and Anna come up with the name of the group, then we could probably develop a website for the group specifically. Or what we'll do with Mike. We'll develop the Envision Center website, but inside the Envision Center website, we'll have a connectivity where one page where all of our different companies.
He put a link. He put it like a special page for that one.
Okay. Yeah, okay. That way you can. And then we have one box in there. We have one page in there which specifically talks about the Phoenix COVID Latin Technology Group.
We will make a lot of videos for you. Anna is an expert too.
Yeah, and we could put this together before I'm having a Zoom call with Vice President Kamala Harris. And that way we have all this put together before that Zoom call.
When does that happen, Mr. Webb?
It might happen before the end of this month. I don't know.
Mike, can you start working in that thing? Don't worry about it. We want to take care of that thing later.
Yeah, no problem. I got you.
Don't worry about money. It's not money, but we want to take care of you.
Yeah, it's going to be, we're going to have some cash flowing for sure.
Don't worry about it. That's just made it. And also, don't forget about the page. As soon as we receive the name for Anna. And what else, Mr. Whitehead? Come on and light it up.
No, that's all. I don't want to run everybody down. What I'm going to do, Anna, Jorge, send an email, a group email to us all. And I must respond. And the fascinating thing, Anna, is that you'll see that the Phoenix, the name of our project, is kind of like your picture. It has some wings.
Oh, yes. Phoenix.
Wow, that's beautiful.
That's I will show you.
Yeah, I'll send you the logo.
This was actually from an artist. There was a farm around here that they opened up, and for maybe like a month or two, the artist showcased all his work. So it's actually a local artist. It was absolutely beautiful. Yes.
Wow. Well, no, when he sends the email and I respond to all you guys, you'll see in my signature page where we have the Phoenix USA thing. And from that, you could cut and paste it and use that as the logo also for our group. We'll keep it consistent. So that's what the government recognizes right now.
Mr. White, I want to give you this special job to her to study.
Sure.
I mean, I want to forward all the emails to her.
Sure.
And she put the name and everything, and she send it to everyone. Just make it, keep it, everybody posting and updated when everything that we send it.
And you and I talk offline about how.
Yeah, don't worry. We want to make this lady very nice.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, Mr. Whitehead, close it with a word of wisdom, because
the word of wisdom is everybody be blessed by God. God bless everybody. Thank you very much.
Amen. Thank you.
Amen, Mr.
Thank you. Pleasure to meet you all.
You too, Justin. All right,
pleasure Mike. As well.
You too, Anna. Bye-bye.
Mr. Whitehead, ciao.
Ciao, brother.
Okay, bye-bye.